Well, it looks like they're finally doing it. They're bringing Trials back to Destiny. And there's a lot to talk about, but at the same time, not really, because if you played Destiny 1, this looks like you're just going to get a re-release of the House of Wolves DLC. Initially, in Destiny 2, when they released Trials of the Nine, it did not resonate very well with the community in comparison to Trials of Osiris from Destiny 1. I think the loot, the competitive nature, the exciting lore around it just wasn't there for Trials of the Nine compared to Trials of Osiris, and ultimately it was kind of a flop, and Bungie ended up removing the game mode, and it's been on hiatus for quite a while now. I think it was very smart for Bungie to bring back Trials of Osiris because it's very nostalgic for a lot of players. It's also letting us know that it's going to be the original version of Trials of Osiris, not a modified kind of crap down version that Trials of the Nine was. I think it was awful. But there's a lot to look forward to. There's also a lot to be concerned about, and thankfully Luke Smith has already quieted some of our concerns with his confirmation that artifact power will be disabled for Trials, which is amazing. I'm glad they saw that that could be problematic and ended up making a smart decision in just having it be disabled for Trials. One thing I'm very excited to see return are these Destiny 1 maps, which all three of them they showed. They're not all perfect maps, but they're definitely better than anything we have in Destiny 2. Destiny 1's PvP maps were much better than Destiny 2 maps in my personal opinion. Cauldron being one of my favorite maps in Destiny 1. Anomaly, okay, and Exodus Blue, a very solid map that I didn't actually play on until Taken King because it was a PlayStation exclusive and I was on Xbox. But it was a very solid map, and when it was finally in the Trials rotation after Taken King's launch, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's a very good map. Something else that's very cool, but at the same time, like I said, it feels like a complete re-release of the House of Wolves expansion is seeing the old armor and weapons from D1 Trials, the year 1 version of Trials. That'll be very cool, and a lot of new players who haven't experienced these weapons or these armor sets from Destiny 1 will probably be much more excited than veteran players like myself or my friends, because we have seen this all before. This literally feels like a re-release of House of Wolves. Not complaining, because I loved House of Wolves and I loved Trials of Osiris at the time, and all these armor and weapon sets were very cool. It's just a little underwhelming, I guess, because none of it seems new. We're playing on D1 game mode with D1 weapons and armor on D1 maps. Not a whole lot of new stuff on the PvP side so far. Maybe they'll do something really crazy and brand new with the PvE side of the game for this next season, but ultimately Season of the Worthy is House of Wolves 2.0. My biggest problem with Destiny 2 PvP right now is the fact that it just has never felt very fun. Maybe it's been more balanced at times than Destiny 1, but for whatever reason, I just don't find as much enjoyment, and it's not as addictive as Destiny 1's PvP, and I even go back and play D1 PvP sometimes, and it just, something about it just feels much better than Destiny 2, and I'm hoping that with this Trials of Osiris re-release, that it will be able to pull me back into the Destiny 2 PvP space, because like I said, I just haven't been engaged at all in the PvP since its launch. I know that at times it's probably been more balanced and maybe more a healthy PvP experience than Destiny 1, but it just has not been as fun to me. Something else that will be making a return from Destiny 1 is the Trials of Osiris card-based matchmaking system, something that was introduced during the Taken King days of Trials of Osiris in Destiny 1. Not something the community was too fond of, because instead of matchmaking solely on connection, it was now matching you with players who had similar wins to you on their card. It led to a much more sweaty environment and a much more laggy experience, and hopefully in Destiny 2 they can correct that, but I'm not too hopeful, so maybe they'll consider solely basing it on connection. That would be awesome. But really, I don't have too much to say about this. We don't know a whole bunch of details about Destiny 2 Trials yet. I'm excited to play it. Hopefully it'll re-engage me with PvP in Destiny 2. I haven't been interested in Destiny 2's PvP at all, and hopefully this will get me back into the game. But that's all I can really say for now. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on it. That'd be awesome. Subscribe for more Destiny content, and I will see you guys in my next video.